Hydrofoil shooting across the water is an evil new foe. Cobra Hydrofoil's gonna get G.I. Joe!
And this is it, the Cobra Hydrofoil.
Cobra! Raise the missile rack! Fire the torpedoes! Fire! Return fire! Fire! G.I. Joe is counterattacking! Yeah!
Cobra Hydrofoil, G.I. Joe tactical battle platform. Other Joe and Cobra figures each sold separately.
What's up, YouTubers and Joe fans? Welcome back. Today I'm really excited to bring you the 1985 G.I. Joe Hydrofoil, or otherwise known as the Cobra Moray.
Cobra Morays!
The Christmas of 1985 was absolutely special. Not only did I receive this fantastic boat, but I also received the G.I. Joe Tactical Battle Platform as well. And here's a really fun fact for you. This is one of the very few vehicles that Ron Rudat actually designed and created. Mr. Rudat actually wanted to create a vehicle, so he came up with this. A really fast, cool-looking cigarette-type boat, and he got his inspiration from the 1980 show Miami Vice.
Moving on to base. Mission accomplished.
This boat is nothing short of spectacular and is absolutely armed to the teeth with missiles and torpedoes and rockets and guns and so on and so forth. And we'll go over all those features in this review. And it also included the Cobra Hydrofoil pilot lampreys. Let's take a look at the included pilot first. And here's a look at his file card. And basically it says file name unknown. And lampreys are the elite of Cobra Sea Arm. To qualify for lamprey training, a candidate must be a Cobra trooper in top physical condition who has completed his eel training. In parentheses, eels are the frogmen, underwater demolition specialists of the Cobra Legion, and has been operational as an eel for more than a year. The training is highly selective, and more than 50% of the applicants wash out before they complete the course. And as you can see, he comes with a silver machine gun, a silver wetsuit with a blue life vest. He also has some blue highlights down around his calves, and shiny black boots. Unfortunately, you can't see his face, which means he's not an individual, but yet an army building type trooper. And in 2009, the lampreys actually got a re-release in the modern form. This figure was included in the Defense of Cobra Island box set. And as we know, with these modern figures, he comes with a lot more articulation. Removable gear, a silver machine gun, just like the original. They held true to the color scheme, with the blue life vest, and yet this particular figure comes with a translucent blue helmet so you can actually see his face, and some rubber hoses that come off the back of the helmet and plug into his backpack. Also included is the obvious Cobra Lamprey figure stand, and on his right thigh he actually has a removable silver pistol to boot. I really think they did a fantastic job on updating this figure. Alright, I went ahead and loaded up this vintage boat with modern figures just to show you what it's going to look like, because we all know that the vintage figures fit in this, but I thought it'd be really fun to see what these modern figures look like in this fantastic looking boat. I've loaded it up with some eels in the back, one in the crow's nest, and of course the modern lampreys in the driver's seat. So let's go over all the weapon systems, starting with the port and starboard shore assault 55mm cannons. According to the blueprints, right here is the remote targeting pilot-operated 19mm machine gun. Let's turn it over to this side, and over here we can see it has an articulated spotlight with a really easy to lose lens cover, which I unfortunately did, so this is a replacement. And what the blueprints are calling this is the co-pilot operated remote halogen spotlight. And to take down those flying aircraft of the Joe team, this has a flying turret command post. This is articulated with a rapid-fire 23mm synchronized twin-barrel cannon defense system.
G.I. Joe! Have a taste of this!
I don't think Ace or Wild Bill will be sneaking up on this boat. On both port and starboard side, this has HE-07 air-to-ground low-flight missiles. Also included, there's a pair of angular launch surface swimming black ray torpedoes. And if you ask me, these things are so big, you know they're going to do some damage. You just slide them back on the slot, and launch away. The defense system continues. Back here in the passenger area, there's a quartet of lateral 30 caliber machine guns that rotate back and forth. And if that wasn't enough, as we rotate around the front, right here there's a retractable forward launching missile box. Just press down on the missile activator, and this reveals 4 Jumpstart air-to-water missiles. This has to be the most highly armed Cobra vehicle in the entire fleet. Another fantastic feature of this boat is Cobra thought of everything. This thing can hold up to 9 figures. 2 in the actual cockpit, 1 in the crow's nest, 4 in the back, and if you lift up these 2 pillboxes right here, you can actually drop 2 figures and stand them up inside here.
I've planned for all possibilities.
They sure did. This thing can hold plenty of vintage and modern figures for the next Cobra mission. And with a boat this size, with this much weight and passengers, you need a lot of power to get this thing across the water. Back here you can see the high-flow 775 horsepower Destro V12 gasoline engine with removable engine cover. Right here there's a pair of remote release depth charger binnacles to prevent all those Sneaky Joe attacks from underwater. This isn't called a hydrofoil for nothing. Cobra still has a few tricks up their sleeves.
Now what are they up to?
If you pick the boat up right here and push this flap in, that reveals both hydrofoils. Now what this does is raise this boat up on top of the waves and make this incredibly fast boat even faster. Well, more like fast retreat.
Retreat! Retreat!
That's one command old Snake Breath has mastered.
How many times must I retreat in one day?
Well, with all the armaments out of the way, I wanted to take a moment and pause and appreciate all the effort and design that both Hasbro and Ron Rudat put into this Moray. If you just pause a moment and look at your vintage G.I. Joe vehicles, you see all the fantastic detail. Like, look in the cockpit here with all the designs on the dashboard. The steering wheel actually rotates. Both passenger and driver seat rotate around. On the top of the boat here, you can see all the fantastic pistons, the molded in rivets everywhere. If I pan back a little bit, you can see the vents and a molded in anchor. Of course, there's no shortage of detail back here. The engine cover is perforated so you can actually see the detail underneath, which of course is removable. There's foot pegs, and underneath the feet of these eels there's actually a little bit of storage for your weapons. Did you ever wonder why that R is backwards on the side of the boat? Well, if you ask me, I think that's a slight nod to Mr. Rudat, because that same R shows up on some of the other vehicles that he created, like the Dreadnought Thunder Machine. Well, this is going to wrap up my review of the 1985 G.I. Joe Cobra Hydrofoil Moray. This thing is a fantastic piece of my collection, and I'm so happy to have it. If you have the opportunity to grab one, you won't be disappointed. Yes, there's a lot of small pieces, but once it's completed, it's an amazing boat to add to your Cobra collection. Do you already have this boat in your collection, or are you trying to hunt one down? Please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your stories. As always, I want to thank you for watching. If you like what you see, join the community and go ahead and hit that subscribe button for future notifications of upcoming videos. I truly appreciate everyone taking time out of their day to come visit my corner of the YouTube-verse. And as always, help a fellow collector out and share your knowledge.